Good morning, YouTube. This is WhackMed19. I have another pro tip for you today. Today's pro tip is that we're going to talk about stupid guns, and the theory is that there are way too many guns in Call of Duty that mean nothing. And that doesn't just go for Call of Duty, that goes for any first-person shooter. There's way more guns than you actually need. It's to give you a variety, but some of them suck. Some of them are really, really bad. And why are you using them? Why do you use a gun that's terrible? Now, I understand most people use the best guns, and you should. If you want to get better, and that's the people we're talking to, then you need to only use the best guns. Ignore the challenges. Just don't worry that you don't have that challenge. You're trying to get better, and you can't do it if you're using an inferior weapon and putting yourself behind the competition all the time. You need to use the best weapon available to you if you're having a bad time. We kind of discussed that in a previous episode, but not truly. Understand that the best gun for you may not be what everyone else considers the best gun. I love the Bison. It shoots really fast, put rapid fire on it, just mows people down, but you got to use a lot of bullets. I know when to use this gun. It has its moments. There are things that exist in this game that are just stupid and have no place. The incendiary tactical grenade. Why does it exist? It has no relevant purpose, and so I can't understand why people use it. Why use grenades at all? Why use secondaries? Just run with your primary and the perks. That's what I think would be a good idea. That's what I do a lot of times, and in specific cases I run the secondaries. Now, the other thing that you have to do is be able to select the right gun for the right map, and this is going to take some trickiness because it depends on your play style, and that's something we covered in a previous pro tip section. But everybody kind of knows this. I mean, you don't go into Stonehenge with a shotgun. Most of the time, maybe there's an exception to this rule. If you know it, let me know. But the size of the map generally affects the size of the gun, but that's not completely true. Some of the biggest maps have very tight sight lines in places that you can play shotguns or pistols only or whatever. That's not, don't let the size of the map strictly determine where or what gun you use. Let the sight lines determine the proper gun, the proper gun to select. The sight lines, where you're going to be looking at, what part of the map you're going to play on specifically. You need to figure that out. In every map, you should have a place that you want to kind of be, and that's the gun that you should select. Would be for that specific, those specific sets of lines of sight. Whatever, maybe not one corner. I'm not talking about camping in one corner. I'm talking about one little range. These three hallways, these, the corner of this building. Not, you know what I'm talking about. Or just leave the hate in the comments below. That's fine too. On Stonehenge, you want to use a sniper or a marksman or something like that. But if you've got to use a shotgun, let's think about it. Where could you use it? Up near C-Dom? Maybe a little bit, but maybe actually down towards A-Dom if you just wanted to stay in the ruins, but nobody comes down there, so that's not a really good idea. Another antithesis to that would be, why would you use a sniper rifle on strike zone? It's small, and the sight lines aren't really, really long. However, why would you use a shotgun on strike zone? Because the sight lines are way longer than a shotgun needs, and you need a better gun than that. You need at least a submachine gun, maybe an assault rifle. I usually play it with a submachine gun, but assault rifles are probably the better way to play that map because the sight lines on it are pretty long. What you need to do to determine this is, first of all, what guns am I good at using? Second of all, where am I going to play on the map that is coming up? And how do I want to play that map? What type of game mode is it? And let these things determine what gun you select, what loadout you choose, and leave the stupid stuff at home. Forget about the extra objectives. I mean, yeah, if you need the perks points or whatever, the squad points, then you do what you got to do. But remember, there's a lot of stupid guns in the game just to give you variety. Maybe you don't want variety. Maybe you just want to do some wrecking, and that's okay. Figure out where you want to be. Play to your advantages, play to your strengths, and leave the variety at home. Every once in a while, somebody's going to call you out for the gun you're using, and it doesn't even matter what gun you use. They're just mad that they got wrecked. You need to be the player that gets other people wrecked. You need to be the player making other people mad, and you can do that if you maybe don't worry about your variety so much. Stick to what you can do well, and try to succeed in the best way that you can succeed. Thanks. Have a great day. You are as a person whenever you're playing these games, because that reward system, that immediate reward that makes you feel good for getting that score streak, kill streak, that is necessary and that is needed. So, how do we cover the theory? Admit to yourself how many kills you get in a chain, in a streak. How many kills you get in a row every game. What is this? Most of you, that's going to be